Good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to talk about your comments in relation to the last video I posted. Now, I always say that my audience is extremely clever, smart, and witty, and at least for me, I'm interested to know what you are thinking of, especially at the moment. So please do share your comments, share what you have inside so we can all dissect it and make fun of you. No, I'm playing. So we can all dissect it and maybe have a good laugh, maybe have a good cry, and we can somewhat feel a little closer, right? But again, this is at your own discretion, and of course, be respectful and mindful of the public. I know it's very hard to say, especially on the internet. I know, but try. Okay, so before we start, consider dropping a like, subscribe if you haven't done so. It helps with the algorithm of this channel. It really helps me a ton. Now, if you wanted to do more, of course, I have options in the description below. Pick the option that fits your wallet best. And what else did I miss? Oh, right. And of course, at the end of the day, I'm just an average person with an opinion. So all of this is my point of view. Everything is allegedly. Let's get started. Anyway, Poster the Clown. Oh, hi, Poster. Watching you today in little chunks. Oh, okay. Chunks. We've got rain, snow, and I'm monitoring the flooding in my yard. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my God. There's nothing worse than freaking water. And my friend's leaky roof. Oh, there's nothing worse than freaking water. I have another friend in the LA fires area who was about to evacuate ahead of the expecting a mudslide in California. This is the wrong time to have natural disaster. Do you know who we have overseeing this? Damn it. This is the wrong time to have natural disasters. Oh, good luck, California. Anyway, your video will be the anchor between text and call updates. Oh, thank you. Okay, I'm the anchor. If you don't know what an anchor means, it means like a distraction, like a positive distraction, you know, like Mac, bust on the cloud. What was that? I have no idea. Sometimes I feel embarrassed in my little outburst. And then he continues, yep, old Sarah has her head so far up she could see daylight from her throat, but still deny it. Crime Corner, you're looking very cute today. Thank you. You know what's so funny? I was coming back from a heated phone conversation with mom and screaming and shouting. My God, as Africans, the way we communicate, nothing but loudness. Love it. Okay, so Casey Chambers 1226, the little one has gotten so big. How wonderful. A is just behind O, and my dad hasn't started Italian yet. Ah, right, my little girl. Yeah, she's a big girl now. Look, she's in the 52nd percentile, so she's average in terms of height, right? But her cousins are tall. So she looks like she's below average. No, my daughter is average, but her cousins are giants. It's just so cute to see because she's so tiny. Oh, my tiny little girl. Anyway, so Casey Chambers continues. The eggs heist is more likely the truck driver forgot to stop and exchange paperwork. The drivers wants to get in and out very quickly because every second you open your door at the egg farm, 40 flies get in your cab where driver sits. Oh, what a great insight. When the driver got to the delivery location without paperwork, they realized a mistake. That's what people on these types of deliveries have said. Yeah, look, guilty as charged, right? So there's always more to the story when you read something online. And, you know, as much as I giggled about it, and she's referring to the egg heist that made the news in PA. And this is where the expertise of the individual really comes in. So clearly, Casey, you have expertise when it comes to the business of transporting eggs. I have no idea that the whole flies and I had no idea, but it makes very sense. If you're going to go and pick up eggs at a farm and you don't want to fly with fly. Is it safe to fly? No, I'm playing. You don't want to. I'm so playing. You know what? You don't want to drive back with flies in your car. So yeah, you go in and out. Look at that. You know what's so interesting about that story though? at the moment when I talked about it, I went to well, it was an evening, and the family came back, and he stopped at the store, and there was no, well, there was eggs, but he was like, I'm not gonna pick up the eggs, so he didn't pick up eggs, and so the next morning, I went to the store to try to pick up eggs because I love eggs, and there were no eggs. Now I want to give you a perspective a little bit why this is shocking to me, because in the grocery store I shop, darling, it's not just like eggs on the aisle. They have like a whole fridge of eggs, right? Like it's not your typical grocery store. You have to open the ginormous fridge, walk into a room full of eggs, right? There was none. There was none. And I was like, oh my God. Well then. Mm. Anyway, so Van Lo Mka. Boone keeps calling the judge impartial as if that means he's biased. Impartial means not biased. Mystery is That's so hilarious. So hilarious. Do you see what I mean about how like it's really funny? Yeah. Oh my God, Dr. Wobbuffet. Oh my God. Oh my God. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya. I see ya. Do you know, I have a little joke here about like tomatoes. Don't throw tomatoes, I dodge them all. Right? With my hair flicking. My hair flicking. It's a mess. It comes from Dr. Wobbuffet. One of my favorite Pokemon, by the way. Wobbuffet, Wobbuffet, Wobbuffet. Anyway, so I think Judge Daddy... Judge Daddy was the perfect judge for her trial. He's honestly the best judge I've seen. Very fair to both prosecution and defense. He had the cranic... cats. His law student studying and looking at the trial tactics, all while dealing with Miss Narcissist, and keeps his face without emotion, just perfection. Listen, Judge Krennic, I gotta talk about poker face. He doesn't even care. He was just like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Wait, he didn't even like, mm-hmm. He just, oof. All right, Judge. Stop looking at me. Anyways, so she continues. No tomatoes for him, only for you, Alistair. You did nothing wrong. But here, try to dodge them. They are 50 meters wide and 100 meters tall. That's the whole throw tomatoes, I dodge them all. Because she was like, no, honey. My tomatoes are undodgeable. They're 50 meters wide and 100 meters tall. Dodge that stuff. And it's so funny. It's silly stuff like that when I do even like talk on the show. Every time I talk, I think about tomatoes. Dr. Wobbuffet, you are in my mind. Dr. Wobbuffet, Elizabeth. Mm-hmm. You're in my mind. And every time it makes me giggle. You have no idea the level of giggle I edit out like 80% of the time, you know? I do have to someone look presentable. For the people who are like, what am I watching? Right? If you only saw the raw footage. This might as well be a live recording because my editing is a little snip, 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 snip. Yeah, every time I have to add like a little video up here, I cringe. I go, oh my God. Because it's just extra work. Every time I have to like do a replay, a reloop, I go, oh crap. So my editing is beast. I might as well just not even edit. It's a little snip, 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 snip. That's why he said snip. All right. Political incorrect 5802. Hey. Parce que tout ce que tu dis là, c'est de la merde. I can't. Yeah, I was like everything you're saying and shit. Yeah. Do you know what's so interesting? During the video itself, I was having different. So my brain was switching back and forth between English and French. For the simple reason is that as I'm getting more immersed in French language again with my daughter, I'm not a good switcher of language. So even like I said JAC, but I would say GAC because J is phonetically G in French. So my flip flopping between the languages were atrocious, and partially because it was late at night, I was tired, irritated. So my ability to flip flop, hey, was wake up was not as good. But yeah, hmm I struggle with that now. So people think I'm a mess because of who I is. They think I know nothing, and now they won't think I went to school because I can't speak English. Great. Anyway, so look, J9 in Phoenix. Hey girl, hey. Oh guy. Note that she addressed this to MRK and no longer Judge. Oh, MRK. Sorry, Mr. K. She had been advised by Owens to edit the letter she wanted to read in court, and now she wants to say the full unedited version. I didn't know that. So she was being disrespectful. Look how subtle of a jab she wanted to make people feel. There is a huge pressure of speech in her letters, which is why they go on forever and why they seem rather frenzied. This is why I love you, J9 and Phoenix. So you could tell too, right? Oh, really? I wonder how old you guys all are. We really must be all. I'm 40 this year. Wow, we really are kindred. They tell a lot. They tell a lot about her. All about one of the jury. All but one jury were women. I didn't know that, but that says a lot. Ooh, where is the misogyny? Okay, a judge oversees the legalities of the process. He does not override the decision of the jury. Okay, that's what I said. I'm like, narcissist, you're enchanting the wrong people. Wrong people. Paulson is a complete fool, unintentionally. Imagine you are just a person at home and getting letters or texts incessantly from someone who refers to you as a buffoon. Are you going to finally answer? She is used to berating and bullying. She doesn't even get that it ends badly for her and ultimately for poor George. Yeah, very good point. But malignant narcissists tend to get away with stuff because they're bullies. And stop it. I said stop. But anyway, so yeah, I love the way you wrote this because this is a good example, or at least it gives me in my mind a good understanding of your inner mind's eye, right? That you don't seem, based on what I'm reading, you're not the type of person to take stuff. I love it. So you see, you're definitely seasoned. You're definitely not 18. You're definitely seasoned, and you have no qualms telling someone, "Excuse me, get away from me." Love it. Yeah. Sometimes I try to decipher a little bit who you are, personality-wise, from your comments. This is part of the fun for me, like learn what's in your mind because you put it together, but understanding the intricacies of it, like what kind of person you is. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Thank you, J9 and Phoenix. Can't help it. It's like 11. Homeostasis 7425. What a beautiful baby girl. Oh, thank you. Yeah, Olympia, it's gorgeous. Oh, parents. Come on, parents. Say something else. My kid is so smart. My kid is so beautiful. My kid is the best. Like, okay, we get it. Olympia would be the sanitation worker. Like what? That's the shocking aspect, right? That's so hilarious how we are as parents. We think that kids can do nothing wrong. Oh, no. My baby girl is at this phase where she is testing everybody's limits. I'll tell you more about it in Let's Talk. Blue Stockinger. She says, I'm fluent in Japanese. Her butchered attempt of pronouncing Kintsukuroi, more commonly known as Kintsuki, by the way, was such a painful experience. Indeed, my ears were practically bleeding. Girl, I'm guilty. Because I think I said it like multiple different versions. Kushishikoroy, kuchi. It was only during the thumbnail editing that I had to be like, oh my god, so this is how you spell it. Oh god, terrible. I was butchering the name out, the hell out of it. Mm-hmm. Guilty. Yo, do I rest? I need to stay out. Oh no! Right? I'm guilty. And then people replied, I saw this so much in other comments. She added the entire syllable to the word. I had no idea. I'm guilty. I'm so guilty. This pronouncing and the emphasis in which she said it, she sounded like a complete moron as usual. I had no idea. I thought that was what you said. You see, you can't know everything. Hello, I'm just a human. I'm not a computer. I'm not a Google machine. You can't know everything. I had no idea. Mm-hmm. She absolutely 100 loved it when she first said compos mentis. And the lady detective said she didn't know what that meant. She thinks one word made her smarter than the whole room. Sorry, but intelligence most more than vocabulary. It's so true. Oh my lord. You guys, we're all gonna go to jail. We're all gonna go to jail, period. DNP3511. I'm not fluent in Japanese and it still hurts my ears. All that hard Kintusukoroi was ghastly, just like the mouth that uttered it. That's even more horrible, is that its entire section is plagiarized almost word for word from a book called A Year of Positive Thinking. Oh, no idea. By author Cindy Spiegel, which is also ironic given Sarabu's extremely negative view of the word and the people within it. Oh. Do you see what I mean? Now I know. It makes my Sarah Boone situation story a little more better. Look at me. A little better. Wow. I had no idea. No idea. This is great. Uh-huh. And then Super Kelly G. Agree, this is not an example of this rabid record of a person having no ability or desire to understand the context of what she's saying. Words have meaning, Suitcase Sarah. Oh yes, they do. Stop it, Alistair. Oh, stop it. Mm-hmm. And they are just not to try and manipulate the situation to your needs. Yeah. Blue stocking. Yes, it was really bad. Yeah, you guys are laughing to the NP comment. Me too. And then Casey Chambers. Hi Casey. Hi. I'm not fluent in English, and that's my birth language, and I recognize a mistake in pronunciation. I guess I'm the only one who's an idiot. I was like, okay, that's how you do it. I had no idea. Wow, I'm guilty. I'm so guilty. So Krista Lacasse, 827. I'm saddened that Judge Koenig didn't give his opinion on her like other judges have at the end of trials. I understand that he doesn't want to give her any ammo to believe he was biased against her. That's true. It would have been great to see him chew her out with her despicable behavior. Yeah. And then Pussy the Clown. We were all kind of looking forward to it, but Experience was his teacher. Yeah. Sarah is the ultimate sadistic rational. Sarah is the ultimate sadistic rationalizer of everything and everyone. Loved hearing about your beautiful family last video. Just starting this one. Semperton. Oh yeah, Semperton. Disease leaving my body. Yeah, simpleton. Simpleton means just a simple person, you know. Like it's another word for saying an idiot, a stupid person. No, I'm not a simpleton, but people do think I'm a simpleton. It's true. It's very true. People do think I'm a simpleton. It's just inside joke with myself. Because the people that thought that are unemployed now. Well, that's it for the comments. And again, a big thank you to anybody who's brave enough to comment. Brave enough? Yeah, I think it takes some level of bravery to share a little bit the intricacy of your mind, because one of the fears when people comment is to be talked back to, right? And I don't think I have that audience. So look at me gulping. I don't think I have that audience. So no, comment away. Be respectful when you comment. And if you don't know something, someone will tell you, will correct you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't know anything about the plagiarism. I didn't know anything about the pronunciation of the Japanese word. All I knew was just annoyed at this damn cracks, and the gold field cracks was super annoying. I had no idea. So, you can't know everything. And I know we live in a world where people expect you to know everything and expect you not to make a mistake and expect you to be perfect. Like, get out of here with that. I'm too busy raising a human. I can't be perfect, right? So, no, comment away. Thank you so much. Of course, if you got to this point, like and subscribe. Let's go to my Let's Talk. Thank you a ton. Okay, so Let's Talk is just a moment where I take just a little bit more of your time and talk a little bit more about anything I want, really. Anything on my mind. So, today's Let's Talk. I have notes. Anyway, so I had an interesting conversation, and Mark, I thought about you because I know you're a veteran, and okay, I'm gathering my thoughts. Perfect. So first, the lawyer called me and said, "Look, you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about veterans anymore." And I said, What's going on? So let me explain to you what anymore means. So in certain states, if you're a veteran, one of the big perks of being a veteran is that you can skip the line, not just the line at the grocery store, but the line in most things, right? So in your application, airplane tickets, I don't freaking know, but you get some privileges, as you should, right? You get some privileges because of your veterancy. And you know how, like, you make an application to ask you if you're ever a veteran, you got to check the box. But in checking the box, you have to prove that you're a veteran, right? But in the industry I'm in, if a veteran comes in the application, whatever's happening, whatever I'm doing at the moment with the current applicant has to be put on pause, and the veteran has to jump the line. In some states, that's just the law. And if you break that law, you can get fined up to $50,000. So you best believe you follow the damn law. And you always have to have a pulse into things. If it's your operation, if you don't know how your operation operates, then you're not doing a good job. You have to know what the hell's going on. And part of knowing what the hell's going on, you got to ask questions. And people tell you, hey, by the way, Mr. Ezekiel, this is the latest. So on this latest, it was like, okay, no worry about veterans anymore. And what was that a worry? Because, as much as I love veterans and thank you for your service, but it can be very disruptive when you're about to get to the finish line and someone's like, wait, because the person you're about to the finish line with is gone. And it doesn't mean you get it automatically. It just means you skip the line. So depending on how many veterans sign up, and they could all fail the process, but the person who was just about to finish is like, thanks for your service, I'm out, right? So it can get very inconvenienced. No offense. I'm just telling you the truth, all right? And then I said, okay, what happened? And the lawyer said, because the DEI changes, officially, you don't have to worry about it, Mr. Ezekiel. And the penalties, I said, DEI? Oh, wait a minute. I thought that was for us, the black people. I'm self-employed immigrant. But, I thought it was for, he was like, no. I said, oh, don't yell at me. I don't know. I'm not from here. I don't know. So he said, well, then we get into a frank conversation. And I was like, I didn't talk to him that long because you got to pay, please. But I was like, what? So he told me a little bit of the history of DEI. And, I could be wrong. And I wanted to Google it to look up a little bit. And I was quite shocked. Primarily it's for white women. Because white women were the first, non-male to enter the workforce. And it was their first way of protection. Like, I'm pregnant. How can you be pregnant? So you're going to sign up for this job? Do you plan on having children? Yes. Not hire. Like, there needs to be protection for, oh, you crazy? You hate the fact that I went with the color white women? Well, because people thought DEI was for diversity and people of color. They thought it was for the melanin, darling. It was put in place to protect white women first. And then the next second beneficiary was white man. What? No, let me explain. Because you get kickbacks. You get money from the government. So most people who owns corporations and companies and the big dogs, it's not people like me, darling. It's certainly not women. It's mostly white male. So the second beneficiary is tax dollars to the owners of those said institutions. The third beneficiary, he was telling me, he's like, yeah, and then after that, they realized, oh, look at that. As more minority groups came into the picture, they just folded into the DEI situation. Because after that, veterans, when they came back from the war, I'm a veteran. Oh, okay. So you guys were screwed into that. I had no idea. And then more minority groups. You know who's after that? So funny. He said that. He said, yeah, after the veterans came in, then it was Asian people, not Indians, not South Asians, the other Asians. They were folded into it. And then you learn so much by just talking and asking questions. Then it's the Latinos. And then disabled. Oh no, I'm sorry, I got that wrong. I wrote it down too. No, sorry. So after the veterans were the disabled, after the people with disability were Asians, non South Asians. They're classified as black. Oh please, hold on one second. And then it's the Latinos, and then it's us. Anybody with a darker tone of color, South Asians and stuff, and black people. I said, so you mean to tell me that all of this ruckus wasn't even meant for us? We can't even get handouts. We can't even get handouts properly. I was floored about this news. Yeah. And then, as I'm sitting there cackling, stupefied. Oh, someone's about to walk in here. Hi girl. Stupefied. He told me, oh, she's there. She's looking for me. Okay, I'll be quick. He told me that government, mostly 60% white people. I didn't know. I thought most government employees were black. I had no idea. Look at me, so ignorant. No, darling. Only 19 to 20% African Americans. The rest is mostly white people. 60% white people, 20% Americans, black people. And then she's here. And then the rest of the others. Allô! Ah, bonjour! Wow, Neptis! Oh, je suis dedans, la soumise. Allô! Bonjour, ma chérie.
Ma dinosaure.
Ton dinosaure? Dis en français.
Oh, ma dinosaure.
On va chercher le dinosaure. T'as passé une bonne journée à l'école?
Yeah.
Qu'est-ce que t'as appris à l'école?
Puppet.
C'est quoi ça?
Yeah, puppet. Regarde dessus.
Oui.
Ça, c'est que.
Vas-y. Tu veux mettre sur papa? I heard her be like, Papa!
Yes. I get this.
She actually used please today on her own.
She knows that
She goes, can you hold this, please? I said, okay. Don't put it on his teeth.
She's like, do this. I'm recording.
Okay.
Olympia, c'est qui ça? It's you. It's Olympia. She's like,
That's not her.
It's not me.
She's too smart for you.
Okay, let's go. All right, let's go.
Come with me, okay?
Yeah. Okay, je viens avec toi. Bye.